Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If this is something you have been enjoying, you never know, it could happen. Well, we're back with some more top shelf news. This is where I talk about all the top news in science fiction, fantasy, sometimes horror, mostly as it relates to books, but also as it relates to media. We did not have any news come out last week. It was a little intense, so this is kind of a combination of a couple weeks worth of news. My trial schedule was just crazy. There was pretty much no extra time. I was here at the office late into the night, multiple nights last week, so and it sadly was not in filming videos. So here we are. Let's jump into the books. First things first, we'll get into our independently published books. This is The Execution of Rooker Flynn by A.R. Witham. Witham has been cranking these books out. This is exciting news, and I love this cover here. The eye patch. You're always going to get me with an eye patch, to be honest. I wish all things were pirates sometimes. Anyway, I'm excited for that. And our other bit of independent publishing news, E.L. Montague is, and I think I'm pronouncing that right, hopefully. He's got a new book coming out November 15th, so this month, coming up very quickly. It's Seaward Secrets. This is book one in a new contemporary paranormal urban fantasy series by Montague. I've read some of his short stories so far. I need to finish up, but they've been really good, really well done. I've been very impressed, so definitely checking out his work here and looking forward to that one. All right, in semi-self-published but not news, Christopher Rocchio is pulling a Brandon Sanderson. I think he does a great job with his Sun Eater series. It's really this huge series now, and he's got a new one coming out. It's The Murdered Son. And this is actually a first draft of, as I understand it, The Empire of Silence, so the first book, just kind of unedited, untouched by publishers at the time. Probably very edited, not unedited. But, like Brandon Sanderson did with Way of Kings Prime, you can see kind of how his process has been, where it got to where it is now. For big fans of a work, that's pretty huge. I loved Empire of Silence, and I need to read more in this series. I put it off to finish other series, and then I started other series like Dungeon Crawler Carl, for instance. Now I'm an addict to that, so I've got to finish more series, and then I can get back into Sun Eater, and I think I'm just going to have to start all over from scratch, and maybe I start off with The Murdered Son. But anyway, it's got a cover, and it looks good. Some of these covers just seem like, yeah, people standing around, they're standing there. I don't know. I guess I prefer my covers science fiction with spaceships and my fantasy with dragons. For the most part, action, and I don't know, maybe I'm being very reductive here. But some are good that way. It's fine. I'm just not completely blown away by it is all. Then we've got a new book by Raymond E. Feist, A Darkness Returns. This is book one in the Dragon War saga, so he's back at it. A lot of these, he likes kind of trilogies within a huge panoply of events, huge series. The Midchemia series is what the tetralogy, 4 books, or trilogy if you have read, if you got Magician all in one book. But I specifically wanted to mention it because I finally, after many years of trying, my oldest, he's reading and he's almost done with book 3 in the original, again, trilogy or tetralogy. And he just finished Magician Master. I recommend, I gave him a huge stack of books. This was a couple years ago, and he kind of, he read some, and I think it was like Ender's Game. The rest of these got put up on a bookshelf. He got sidetracked reading Cradle by Will White 5 times all the way through, stuff like that. So he has been reading very consistently, but a lot of rereading. And then finally he just randomly picked up Magician Apprentice, and I was like, and then he read Magician Master, and he's like, well, before reading Magician Master, he was like, do we have Magician Master? And I was like, it's actually on your shelf. And then book 3 that he's on right now, it's also on your shelf, as well as Darkness at Sethanon. And so anyway, it was a proud dad moment. He found it, and I didn't push it on him. It was very hard not to, but that series just holds a special place in my heart, and I probably one day should keep reading in the series. I heard there's still a lot of good ones in there, especially the Janie Wirtz combination co-written books. Pretty cool. But I definitely wanted to mention that. Then we've got these are so cool looking. The sub-press versions of Greenbone Saga. Jade War got posted. Like, sometimes I can't help but I'll drool over a sub-press cover. I think they're so cool. It's also kind of people standing, but also in a cooler way, okay? So earlier self, who was unimpressed with people standing, likes these standing people a little better, okay? But I still think it's cool. Then I found The Griffin King by Sarah Omer. It's coming out the summer of 2025. Looked, again, it grabbed me. I liked, the griffins. Not a lot of fantasy about griffins. I think that's pretty cool, at least that I know of. All right, let's get into the media. Got a couple things. Project Hail Mary. This is going to be starring Ryan Gosling, is wrapped. So the principal filming is wrapped. Apparently, it's not even coming out till 2026. So seems like in 2024, if it's wrapping principal filming, it seems like a long way away. Anyway. I felt like this. I don't know. Do they usually take this long? Am I crazy? It just feels like a long way away, is all. But I'm very excited for that. I think it'll be very good. The Martian's awesome. I think that was very well done. I think there's a reason Artemis isn't being done, but Project Hail Mary definitely deserves its big screen debut. Then this one's super cool. I've been waiting for this for way too long. Apple TV Plus. Severance finally came out with a teaser trailer. I'm so excited for season 2. Season 1 ended on this crazy cliffhanger, and then we've had to wait so long. I'm dying, and finally we're coming out. It looks like January 17th, 2025. So that is very exciting. If you have not watched Severance, it is just nuts. I cannot recommend it enough. There's so much going for it. Ben Stiller directs. It's this just crazy concept of essentially being able to sever your working self from your regular self. So you go into work, you blank out anything, and you go from your personal life, and then you go into work, and you don't remember anything from your personal life. You come back out, you don't remember anything from your work life. So essentially, you're two different people. If you don't have any memories of either place, you're two different people. And it's so fascinating. And the way they push this and the way they play with it, this concept, it's so nuts. Anyway, I cannot recommend it enough. It is hilarious in moments. It's super crazy. Thought-provoking, because at first you're just like, wouldn't that be amazing? Not have to think about work, not have to stress, go home, zero stress, just go about your day. I mean, maybe your body remembers things. I do believe that. But, you're kind of like, I have no idea what even goes on in there. But then in work, is it good? Is it bad? Is it okay? Do you even know? You don't. So I love it. Anyway, I could talk about this forever. It's such a cool show. I cannot wait for season 2. All right, and some kind of sad news. Good Omens looks like we may be in the final season here, or coming up to a final season. What with the Neil Gaiman allegations, it might have always been this way. It only had so much in it. It's going off of a single book, and then maybe some concepts for some sequels, and then Gaiman's been kind of behind it. Now that he's stepped away, it doesn't really make sense, I guess, to continue, with his allegations and whatnot, which, again, right thing to do probably. Anyway, it's sad news, but it's one I need to actually continue because I really liked the first couple episodes I watched. And then got sidetracked, probably watching Severance or something, and completely forgot that it existed, even though now I've mentioned Good Omens a number of times in my news segments. Then I saw this. Blade was removed from the 2025 Marvel calendar, so probably getting kicked out to 2026. Ali, I think, is going to be awesome. Like, just an amazing actor, and so I'm pretty excited to see that happen. I love. I don't know if you've seen Wesley Snipes talking about his cameo in a certain movie, and I think that's so cool. Anyway, I just brought that to mind. But anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget, there are Kindle deals down in the description. It does help the channel, so thank you so much. And as always, we'll catch you next time. Bye.